Oh, what a fucking day this has been already. Got up this morning and notified my landlords in writing that I don't have their rent and I am looking to proactively move out rather than be dragged through an eviction process like a crazy person. And let them know that I'm going to be selling off my furniture and there will be people coming with, to pick up and collect furniture. And the landlady was very helpful. She said, well, maybe the next tenant wants a furnished apartment and we keep your furniture. And which saves me the hassle of having to sell it, but also I actually need the money from the sale of the furniture. If I don't get the money from the sale of the furniture, then I cannot afford to go and put myself anywhere else. And I end up living under an overpass like a crazy woman. So I don't know how helpful my landlady's helpful suggestion actually was, but it wasn't the get out now, we're changing the locks on you today that I thought I was going to get. So that's something. And at 9:30 this morning, I had a Zoom call with a movie producer who advertised on Indeed.com that he wants a personal assistant. And that was interesting. The interview started off normally at first. He's talking about, I have a very busy schedule. I need someone who can keep my jam-packed schedule and keep me organized and on track. And that is something that I know how to do, even though I cannot keep my own self organized and on track. When it comes to doing someone else's, don't ask me why that is, but it is. And so he said, okay, scheduling. Yeah, that's in my wheelhouse. And then he's talking about how he mostly does his business via, he's a virtual business, which means computer, email, that kind of thing. And I said, yes, I'm a creature of the virtual world, a modern woman. We can absolutely send emails back and forth all day, and it's no problem. I can keep up with that volume. And then we got around to the part about how his previous assistant worked in the nude. Yeah. And how he particularly likes nude business meetings at 3:00 in the morning. At which point the man asked me to strip off for him right there on Zoom and show him what I'm working with. And Kara is not prepared to do that. It's not that I am inhabited, that I have any kind of inhibitions or that I think I'm too good to be naked. It's that this body is not ready for prime time, okay? There's stretch marks and fatness. There's things that haven't been shaved in weeks. There's ridiculous scars from drunken misadventures during my teenage years. And Kara cannot strip off on command just because somebody says so, okay? That's not feasible. So that's a job I'm not going to get. And I'm sitting here with somebody put down wrote a deposit check for a piece of furniture that he wants. The check will not clear until Wednesday. And the guy is screaming why I won't let him come and pick up the furniture before the check clears. Because if his fucking check bounces, yeah, okay? This is the mess that I've gotten myself into. And when I was talking to my landlady this morning, just now, before I came and sat down here, she said, well, do you have a commitment from a friend or a family member that they're going to house you when you live here? I don't have a commitment from anyone. All I know is I cannot maintain this house. And so I have to get up out. Sell the furniture, get some money, and hopefully put myself in a room somewhere is the plan. And so she says, well, your whole problem is you've been carried your whole life and you've never learned how to carry yourself. And she's absolutely right, okay? My parents did everything. They were and the end result is Kara never learned how to manage her money in her own life as an adult. And now the shit has hit the fan. Okay? And as I sit here, just, I can't help but think about, well, I'm sure everybody who owns a TV has seen the commercial. It's commercial where this very butch, masculine, stark-looking woman comes on the TV, and she's talking about how women are more likely to end up in poverty when they're of a certain age. And it's that women end up in poverty because we don't know how to manage our own money. We spend it faster than we make it. And we end up with nothing when, well, I've ended up with nothing right now. That's what. Okay? And you know, I understand how and why we as women end up impoverished in our old age and why we are unable to manage our own money. The world we live in doesn't teach a woman how to manage her own money. It's you know, yeah, you know, my landlady may have been a little judgmental, you know, telling me, well, your parents carried you your whole life and you don't know how to, but my parents are not the only parents who did that to their female children, is what I'm getting at, you know. All the girls I know that I went to school with, I mean, everybody my sisters knew from school had families like ours where it was your parents carry you throughout life until they hand you off to a husband. And which comes back to the idea of the woman as property, as a piece of chattel here. That you know, if you're a piece of property, then you don't need to know how to carry yourself. You just need to fucking be ready to strip off when some dubious movie producer tells you, I want to see what you're working with, take that top off. Nope. So like I said, I cannot strip off on command. I don't care how much money he thinks he's going to throw at me. And the answer is, you know, Kara has to learn how to carry herself as an adult. And what nobody prepares you for, not my parents, not anyone else. You know, going back to that commercial about women are more likely to be impoverished in their old age, what nobody tells you is how soon and how suddenly that old age comes on. You know, I as a child, I thought my 70-year-old grandmothers were old women. I thought my mother was an old woman when she got to be up around 70 years old. Now I find myself, you know, a 46-year-old woman with nothing. I own nothing in the world. And my option for survival is sell my body to someone. And that's not a palatable option, okay? And let me tell you, had I stripped off and showed that weirdo all my stretch marks and the weird scar that I don't let anyone see, that would not have gotten me a job, as much as he likes nude business meetings at 3 a.m., okay? This is not something he would have wanted to see nude at 3 a.m. It would give him nightmares. And so I cannot make it that way. And I accept that. Not that I wanted to make it that way. Wow. But yeah, I was dreading for the past couple of weeks, dreading having to tell my landlords that I'm going to have to get out of the house and whatever. And now I did it, and there was no screaming match about it. They're not having NYPD, you know, come and haul me out of here at gunpoint because I didn't pay rent at 9 a.m. on the first of the month. And so there's that, and it's not what I thought it would be. It's I have to learn how to behave like a reasonable adult and something. I don't know what. But yeah, don't know. I mean, what else goes on? So I'm going to be around posting some more furniture and household crap on OfferUp and hoping to get rid of it. Sending out resumes, doing some writing. I'm in this apartment until, well, I put down first month's rent, last month's rent, and security deposit when I moved in 2 years ago. And that last month's rent and security deposit should cover me through January and February. I cannot leave until I sell everything I own and have some money to actually go somewhere else. So I'm here until further notice. I'm batshit crazy until further notice. Happy fucking New Year, everybody.